Apple cider is a fall staple. It's also a tasty side effect of grizzly bear management on the Flathead Indian Reservation. Picking apples means there's less food to attract bears. Wyoming Public Radio's Hanna Merzback takes us to northwest Montana.
It's a big day for Carrie Kingery, her husband, and their toddler, Henry. It's the 2-year-old's first time picking apples.
You ready to pick apples, Henry?
Yeah.
Carrie parks their car on the side of a relatively busy road right outside Ronan on the Flathead Indian Reservation, about an hour and a half south of Glacier National Park. There's fields of dry grass here, with the Mission Mountains towering above.
We'll unpack here, and the trees that we'll be picking today are just along the road.
Carrie's a member of the Confederated Salish and Kootenai tribes and leads the tribe's wildlife program. She and her family are out here to pick enough apples to make a few jars of cider. But the effort solves another problem. Homesteaders brought apple trees to the region in the early 1900s, and they spread from there. And bears love apples.
You'll find random apple trees that will draw them in and then, have them be right next to homes.
Across the West, wildlife managers are looking for ways to reduce conflict between bears and humans. For about 5 years, Carrie has helped to run a program that connects landowners with hundreds of people who want to harvest excess apples.
We get calls every fall if we don't get our fruit gleaning equipment out fast enough because their trees are ready.
Carrie's husband, Hugh, picks up the apple picker, a long red stick with a little cage, and starts plucking fruit. The tree's covered with it.
They're just ready to pop right off.
The family drops the apples into a laundry basket. Henry waddles around, double-fisting apples.
Apple.
They fill the basket in a quick 20 minutes and hit a couple more trees on their way back to the car. Then head to a fall festival down the street to use a cider press there.
Henry, can you say bye-bye?
Bye-bye, apple.
Carrie says compared to other parts of the region, people are more tolerant of grizzlies because indigenous people and bears have coexisted here for a long time. The tribe's program is designed to ensure that healthy relationship continues.
We know that this has always been the bears' home. They created this area for us to live and flourish, and so there's that respect there.
She says that respect is the basis for how the Salish and Kootenai tribes manage wildlife. Hunting grizzlies isn't allowed in the lower 48, and the tribes want it to stay that way. But Montana, as well as neighboring states Wyoming and Idaho, are pushing to take grizzlies off the endangered species list and allow some hunting.
The grizzly bear is a species that is highly revered spiritually and culturally by the tribes, and so they have never harvested them or hunted them.
Picking and pressing apples is a fun and delicious way to coexist with bears. We're now at the Fall Festival, where residents are greeting farm animals like ducks and goats, jumping in bouncy castles, and gathered around wooden cider presses.
So right now we are loading apples into the top of the cider press. You want to put those in there?
Then Carrie turns a wheel to grind the apples, which end up in a bucket below. Next, she cranks a wooden block to compress them, and juice flows into awaiting jars.
Would you like to go first, love?
Okay.
She lifts the jar to her mouth and takes a big gulp. For Wyoming Public Radio, I'm Hanna Merzback on the Flathead Indian Reservation.
This story is part of a series following people who get up close and personal with grizzly bears as the debate rages on about whether they should remain protected under the Endangered Species Act.